Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Alexander Hilly 123 here, and it's a new video today. It's a new video in the Classics series, and yesterday I gave you Grand Theft Auto 3 from 2001, and today it's Championship Manager 0102 from, of course, 2001. Not a playthrough, not a full season, not a let's play, what have you. It's just a single 10 to 15 minute video of me playing one of my favourite games of all time, which I consider a classic that has to be at least about just over 10 years old, so nothing before, after 2001, and explaining why I love whichever game it is. It's about the 10th in the classics I've done now, and well, doesn't get any more classic than this. One of my favourite games of all time, a game I consider to be one of the most ludicrously addictive games of all time. Any football fan probably is going to tell you the same. What I've done is I have gone on holiday till the end of the season as an unemployed manager, just so this, the fixtures will generate for you to see. You might not have seen this video, for years, this game, sorry, for years, and be searching it on YouTube to see what it's like or whatever. Some nostalgia, and I'll just show you some of the old players. It's so fascinating to go back and see whether some of the players that the makers of the game rated actually became great, or whether they got it wrong. It's so good. But anyway, here's the Premiership first of all. Manchester United made it 4 consecutive titles in a row. They just edged out Arsenal and Chelsea, who finished in 2nd and 3rd respectively. It was a fantastic title race. Look how close that is, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I love this game so much. Tottenham, Liverpool, 4th and 5th. Leeds in a very lowly 6th for that team that they had. I'm talking Bridges, who at the time was one of the best strikers in England and probably Europe, really, just before the broken leg he suffered early in the 01-02 season. Well, actually the 00-01 season, but he never really became what he was in the 99-2000 season. Shame, really. But you also got fantastic young Alan Smith, Robbie Keane, Harry Kewell, Ferdinand. It was one hell of a team, that. Teams that got relegated from the Premiership: Charlton, Bolton, Derby, and they were the fodder for the big teams. The FA Cup final was won by Manchester United. They secured the double, a Ruud van Nistelrooy penalty winning them that. The League Cup was won by Chelsea. Solskjaer missed his penalty as well as Beckham, and the Chelsea boys secured the League Cup. Backs against the wall, as you can see. Well, they secured the win. And another fantastic thing about this game is when you put the commentary on very fast. Of course, there's no 2D or 3D pitch, so you just watch the writing. And if you've played the game for as much as I have down the years and everything, even though it's going at such a speed, you know what it's saying, because you just got it off by heart in your brain. There you go. Semi-finals of the Champions League: Roma, Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. The ultimate bad boys of European football on this game, alongside Lazio, believe it or not, and Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea and Leeds. They're the best teams on the game for me. But the final, Hampden Park, Glasgow, was won by Bayern Munich on penalties. They deserved it as well. I bet they play the wingers just behind the strikers. There you go. That's one hell of an attacking formation. It's very hard to stop. On this game, you can see you can see the way the other team plays. Just tells you. But that Roma team for me is the best team on the game. They are so hard to beat. It's untrue. But yes, that's what happened in the league, and this is so fantastic because of the backgrounds that you see. The font of the actual game is awesome, fantastic in my opinion. The sounds when you actually put the match day on, and there's a few official chants from some teams as well, gives it that extra realism, at least for back then. But that's why it's so good. It's got great playability. Pick up and play if you've never played it before. You're a football fan, maybe you're a fan of the new manager games that you think they've got a bit more in depth, and it's all about stroking some fragile ego as well. You don't have to really do that on this game. It is just about managing, and it's when it was becoming more in depth, if you will. And I like the new ones, the new football managers, but for me, this is my favourite management game ever. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, as you can see, the top goal scorer ahead of Shearer, Sheringham and Gale and Van Nistelrooy. And look at some of those names, ladies and gentlemen. Francis motherfucking Jeffers. He's one of the players, isn't he? Alongside Michael Ricketts, two of the best young strikers in the world. Well, maybe not the world, but in Europe. Genuinely. Ricketts got an England cap. Jeffers was expected to be the next Ian Wright, if you will, scoring hundreds of goals for Arsenal. And it's funny how things turn out, isn't it? Luke Chadwick, he's one of the best players on game, yet in real life, no. I guess they've got to make that risk of whether they think a player's going to make it, the researchers at Sports Interactive, and they get a lot right, because if you look at a lot of younger players on this game, 17, 18, a lot of them have carved out good careers. You've got referee stats on this game as well. You've got such, look at this. Look at the history of the English League, Fantastically in depth, yet so easy to play, and without doubt one of the most ridiculously, ludicrously addictive games of all time. In the D-box, the drop box, whatever the hell you want to call it, I'm going to leave a link for you mofos to a website, a community of people who are keeping this game alive. That's what it's called. Chapman102.co.uk. They basically update this game to the modern day. You just get the official, I think it's something like 3.968 patch or something like that, which was released in October 2002 by Sports Interactive. You've got to download that. It self-extracts into your game, if you will, and then follow the instructions on the website and you'll be able to play the game modern day. And it is so good. So at Arsenal you've got Van Persie in his prime now, smashing it off. You've got United with Rooney up front, Leeds in Championship, Man City with about £1,700 billion, the King Kenny back at Liverpool, Roman Abramovich throwing his toys out the pram at Chelsea. It's just fantastic, and they've got the realism pretty spot on. It's good, but it's still fun like the older game. Obviously, as you can see, I've not got it like that at the moment, but yeah, I might have to do that. But anyway, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Another in the classic series, Championship Manager 01 or 2, and if for some reason you've never played this game, you're missing out. I tell you now. See you in a bit.